Joining us right now, somebody I'm very, very excited to talk about. We have got chef, entrepreneur, social icon, all of them, Miss Paula Deen. Paula, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Big J. I'm great, and I hope you are.
I am doing well, Paula. We have so much to talk about, but right now we're talking about the new cookbook, Paula Deen's Southern Baking, 125 favorite recipes from your Savannah kitchen. Tell us a little bit about the new book, Paula.
Oh, my gosh. Well, it's my first baking book, Big J. It's got 125 recipes. Most of them are new, but there's a few, tried and true that people would want in their collection. But the thing I love about this, Big J, is each recipe has a picture, and I love that. And the recipes, I don't like to make things too difficult, so these recipes are for all skill levels of bakers, from your little beginning bakers to those people that have been baking for years.
Oh, I love
these
it.
recipes they're really important to me and my family, and you will find a lot of these on my table should you come to my table.
Well, one of these days, Paula.
Come to my table.
I was going to say, I will come there one of these days, unless you open a new restaurant here in Montana. We'll take that as well.
I think the closest we've gotten is Branson, Missouri.
Yep, that's why this would be a good branch out. Just kind of taking you out of your comfort zone, and we love that Paula Deen style food out here.
Oh, gosh. I wish I had the resources and the talent and the people to go everywhere.
Well, soon.
But, it takes time. It takes time building.
Absolutely. Paula, speaking of the new cookbook here, have you seen that new trend in cookbooks where they're digital, where you get the book, but then you can go online and watch videos and, that sort of new age content within the cookbook? Is that something you might do in the future?
I don't know. I don't ever say never. I never say never, Big J, but I think I have some of those on my website, and
I kind of like you.
I still love that book in my hand.
I was gonna say you're going classic.
Yes, I love that book in my hand because I have found when I'm trying to get it off my phone or computer, by the time I turn my back, it's gone away on me.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, think about the history of cookbooks. When we grew up, Mom had a cookbook that she got from her mom and that has been passed down. It's got notes in it. I mean, they do kind of, go through, pass down through the family, and they're kind of they've got history to them. I like the book as well.
Yeah. Some things are worth holding.
Absolutely.
And I bet I have 1,500 cookbooks.
Wow, that's a lot of cookbooks. For somebody young out there, you mentioned the young bakers, Paula. Give some tips on how to get into cooking. For people a lot of people in this new generation, everything is Uber Eats and DoorDash and eating out at restaurants, and a lot of people don't have the skills to really prepare, anything maybe aside from scrambled eggs. How do you introduce people?
That's worrisome, Big J. Because cooking that kitchen is a room that just makes the most wonderful memories, and it's a place where you bond with your children. I know my grandchildren just love getting in the kitchen, and if they can crack an egg or whisk something together, they are so proud of it. And even in your savory cooking, I have found if you get your children or grandchildren in the kitchen to help you prepare it, they're much more likely to eat it.
Absolutely. Well, and just the memories. When you brought that up, my grandma recently passed, and I have so many memories of her meals and the way she prepared them and the way they tasted and the traditions of what days she would prepare what. And you don't have those same memories from an Applebee's or something, that it is different in the kitchen.
No, and those are wonderful memories that you have with your grandmother, and nothing can replace them. And this is why I encourage people to get with their mother, their grandmother, their aunt, their friends, and learn all you can. Don't let the recipes die.
Exactly.
Keep them alive.
Do you have a favorite recipe, Paula? I mean, Paula Deen's Southern Baking 125 kitchen recipes from her Savannah kitchen is available now. Not necessarily even in this book. If somebody had to say, we're going to put a plaque up, Paula, with your face and your name and one of your favorite recipes, do you know what that one recipe would be?
You know, it would probably be a baked potato, Big J.
That's classic.
I love baked potatoes. But I don't know. I don't have a favorite thing to cook. My favorite dish to cook is what you want to eat. I love for people to tell me, I sure would like fried pork chops. Well, that's what I like to cook. Or somebody says, I sure would like a big old pot of chicken and dumplings. Then that's my favorite thing to cook at the moment. Whatever the people around me won't.
Yeah, you're there to please. You've got a lot going on as well. Let's talk about TV appearances and stuff. You're currently hosting Positively Paula?
Yes. It's a syndicated show, Big J. So in order to find it, you would have to go online to positivelypaula.tv, and it will tell what station carries it and what time.
Perfect. So we'll check that out. Any other projects in the works? I mean, obviously you've got your restaurants, you've got the new cookbook, you've got Positively Paula on TV. What else are you working on?
Oh my gosh, I am getting my own jewelry line that I'm so excited about, and I'll be going on JTV with that, and I'm over the moon. We're opening a restaurant in Nashville, Tennessee, and it'll be opened in the spring. And we're getting ready to open in Foley, Alabama before the end of the year. We just opened in Branson, Pigeon Forge, Myrtle Beach, and we have the Lady and Sons here in Savannah and Paula Deen's Creek House here in Savannah. So I'm trying to feed as many people as I can, Big J.
That's a good goal. Speaking of your TV appearances there, I know you've done a lot on TV there. Were you familiar or have you ever worked with Chef Carl Ruiz? I don't know if you saw this weekend, but a 44-year-old chef does a lot on the Food Network and stuff, and he passed away suddenly yesterday.
No.
Yeah, he does a lot on he does a lot on Guy's Grocery Games, and he just opened up a new restaurant in New York City, and pretty big figure in the cooking world. They're kind of Mexican cuisine there, but 44 years old and suddenly died yesterday.
And what is his name?
Carl Ruiz. So he seemed like an interesting guy. I know you've worked with a lot of chefs, so I thought maybe you were familiar with him. Yeah, Guy Fieri is heartbroken.
No, I'm not, but I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, they say the restaurant business will kill you.
It is a tough. It's a tough business for sure. What do you?
It's a tough business.
Paula, how did you get into TV and book? I mean, how did you go from just being a great cook and preparing your food to becoming like the household name that you are today? What was that big break for you?
Well, I tell you what, I had a lot of God winks along the way, Big J, and I would love for people to get my memoirs. The name of my memoirs, It Ain't All About the Cooking. And I tell the story, and it's kind of a long story, but it was like God was putting me where I needed to be at the time. I felt like I'd always been at the wrong place at the wrong time. And the day that I took responsibility for myself, not to count on anybody to look after me, God didn't miss a day blessing me. Didn't miss a day blessing me. And just some amazing stories in that book.
I love it.
About how it all unfolded.
There you go, you guys. Check out her memoirs. Also, check out Paula Deen's Southern Baking, 125 favorite recipes from My Savannah Kitchen. That is available now. You can watch Paula Deen's Positively Paula on RFD TV here locally. Check that out, Paula. It has been a true pleasure. I cannot wait to eat at your table. Thanks so much for taking time for us.
Big J, you're just so sweet to have me.